Alright guys, it's Sunday with another crypto market price range. So let's see how the market is doing. Looks like you got nothing but green for the past week. So right now, of course, the market is settling and resting. So it is going to be down a little bit, but that is a good, healthy, it's a good healthy run. You want it to take some breaks in between. Otherwise, it comes down way too hard if it goes too fast on the upside. We're going to look at these coins in here. Out of these 11 coins, there's 2 of them that I don't have, but the rest of them I do have in my portfolio. They are good coins. They do have solid, the coins are solid with the business that they perform and what they're there for. And, I believe in the company themselves. So that's the reason why I decided to put money into these a long time ago when they were super cheap before the market went up. So that if you're looking for investing, you have to get in at the right time, not now when it's running. This is where I've been noticing a lot of people are already, asking a lot of questions like, should I wait for Bitcoin to come back and before I jump in? Should I wait for Cardano to, when did Cardano come back down before I jump in? Guys, it's been down here since for like a month and a half. It's been down here, and I've been saying it over and over that this is the best time to get in. But a lot of people are now waiting up here. They want to get in, so it's like, well, is it a good time? Is it a bad time? Let's find out. All right, so we'll start that first one with Bitcoin. And see, Bitcoin is doing the cup and handle formation that I mentioned, where it came down and it went sideways, and now it's going to go up. Now, I don't know if it's going to take another shot to the upside to around 55,000, 60,000 before it starts doing the cup and handle formation, where it starts doing this drop thing, or will it start doing it down here? Because all cup and handles are not the same. So you already got your drop, you already got your side, and now on the way up, it's either here that will drop, or it's going to shoot really fast to 55,000, around 60,000 area, and then start falling and dropping to 55, and then 53, then 50, and that's when you get the media in there saying that it's over, we're going into a bear market, and that's it, the sky is falling. And that's when, after this thing is done with it, with the handle part of the cup and handle, that's when it's going to take off and it's gone. So this, we have extra lines here I didn't want to add. So this is already been forming. So this is happening if they believe it or not. If you go back to my video, back to, let's see, way back here in the end of, was it June? Yeah, the last week of June, big crypto move is coming. I talk about the cup and handle formation. And so I've been saying this for quite a while. So if it's happening here or happening a little bit later, I don't know. But you still got time to get in. If you're looking to get into Bitcoin, you still have time. So because this is still going to jump up to 100,000, or more. So you have plenty of time to get in. I wouldn't wait anymore. But even if it does decide to drop down, let's say it drops down to about 40,000, you're still within $5,000 range. Bitcoin moves in one day 5,000. So it's not like it's going to keep you down there for too long if it decides to go back up. So Bitcoin, definitely a good time to get in, accumulate, just build up on there. Now remember, I have to say this, that my disclaimer is I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research before you invest, and never ever invest more than you can afford to lose. So going back to that, yeah, this is a good time to put money into Bitcoin. All right, so going to the next one, we'll just go down on ADA. ADA woke up, and as soon as they mentioned that the Alonso fork was coming out, and that they were doing the Alonso Purple, and that the release date will be on September 12th, this thing took off. It's like, and on top of that, they have the market in Japan that is allowing now Cardano to be sold there, because Japan is very hard to get cryptocurrency to sell. So not all coins are available. Cardano became one of them. And they have deep pockets in Japan, and man, they bought a lot of it too. So again, the best time was way down here, when you're buying at $1.30, around $1.20 range. But if you're asking now if it's time, anything under $2, well, $2.10 now. Well, I kept saying anything under $2 is a good buy. But from where I'm at, by the end of this year, with the Alonso fork coming out, and all the smart contracts and everything kicking in September 12th, you have the rest of this year. Cardano will or should go easily between $4 and $7 realistically. And then when it gets into next year, first between January through March, we're looking at jumping up to around 30 bucks. If you look at it from just what other coins have done, what Solana has done, what Ethereum has done. If you look at that history, they jump up. Solana within 3 months jumped from like $3-4 bucks to 50 bucks. So even though it came back down to around $23, now it's already back up to 40 bucks or something like that. So yeah, it is. You have to kind of look at it at the history wise. So if you're asking, is this a good time? Yeah, it might come down to $1.80 again. Maybe it won't. But if you're looking between $4 and $7, still a good buy. If you're looking at it, it's going to be making it to at the end of the year. So all these coins are young and early. So you can see that they still have a lot of growth. So if you were looking when you should have jumped in, would have been back here when it was $1. But if you're asking now, if you buy now and it comes down, keep buying, because it will go up to $4 to $7 by the end of the year. Okay, so that's just my, I guess you can say it's my advice, but I guess I'm not an financial advisor, so I cannot advise. I can just say what I'm doing. All right, AMP is next. AMP is unique because they are the only ones doing what they're doing with collateralizing, but they're such a new company that it still needs time. So I see how it's still falling down here. So it could easily come back down to around 5 cents. It's going to be a while before this coin actually does anything. It's too new to know when it's going to do anything. But these are coins that you can easily drop 100, 200 bucks into them. You buy them at 6 cents each and just wait it out for a year or two. You know, just like you'll see VeChain. I had VeChains when it was only like 4 or 5 cents I was putting in there, and now it's blowing up to 13 cents, and it's going to keep running up. And I was sitting on that thing for like forever. Just let it sit there. If you're looking for something that is cheap, that you can put money into it and just forget about it for a while, AMP is a good company for what they're doing. They're unique, and they really don't have any big competition for, you know, doing the same thing that they're doing. So if you want to know more about AMP, just check it out. I'll link a thing saying to show you what AMP is all about. All right, next one, Ethereum. Ethereum, of course, I had the London fork and had a bunch of other things going on. So it did shoot straight up. They kind of did shoot themselves in the foot, which I'm kind of surprised that people are not complaining more. Supposedly, all this was supposed to help with the gas fees and keeping things cheap, or making things cheaper rather than, you know, if I send you 20 bucks, why is it costing me $50 on gas fees to send you money? All this that they were supposed to do to help all that didn't do any of that. All it did was switch from paying the miners to paying wallets and burning. So the money that could have gone to the miners, they're just destroying the Ethereum, and technically nobody's getting that money except if you have a wallet, but you can't get a wallet unless you already have a lot of money to invest into it. Otherwise, if you don't have a starter money to get into it, you can't afford to get in it. So all it did was hurt the miners, and Ethereum is still expensive. So I really don't understand why they did what they did, and I'm kind of surprised that the price still shot up, other than every time they're burning Ethereum, that there's less out there on the market, so it makes the price go up. But Ethereum is not limited to like Bitcoin or Cardano, where they say we will not have any more than a certain amount. Ethereum is limitless. They can keep making more Ethereum whenever they feel like it, which is kind of like, you know, I don't know, kind of weird to me. But if you're asking if Ethereum is going to be one of those things, same thing. You know, right now they control the market on this one. Will it go up? Will it go down? The way they're running it, I will say it will go up until people lose interest. Once you hear one company, just one, that is leaving Ethereum to go to another platform like Cardano or Solana or something like that because their gas fees are cheaper, Ethereum price is going to drop. You know, so you just have to keep an eye on that. So if you're asking if Ethereum is a good time to get into it, it's kind of hard to tell because it might drop down a little bit before getting into it, but you know, it had a good support around 3,000. So just kind of wait it out and see. But if it does run, it'll run to 3,900 area. So you're still inside that range, but I think it might come down a little bit more before it goes up. So if you want to catch the dip, just give it a look, give it a couple, another day or two, see where it goes. All right, next one. All right, so the graph. Oh, there you are. Couldn't find it. The graph. Great company in the sense of what they're. It's like Google for blockchain. Same thing. If you haven't heard of the graph, I'll link on top to the right here. I'll link it for you guys so you can see what that's all about. They're very new as well. But if you had a chance to get into Google before it took off, would you buy into it for 87 cents, 90 cents? So anything, I would say anything under $1, I would keep buying until this thing takes off, because it already jumped above the my 250 moving average. And usually when something jumps up and I get one candle, usually the next candle, it just takes off. But for some reason, this one is trying to find support before it takes off, which is interesting the way it's doing it. So I'm kind of wondering if it's going to fall back down again and stay here a little longer. But either way, if it stays below 90 cents, you just keep buying. I would keep buying, because this thing will take off. It already showed it can go up to 280. So it's a definitely good buy, because it's kind of early Google, kind of, you can say. All right, so that'll be for the graph, GRT. All right, next, Link. Chainlink. Yeah, Chainlink was way down here, was the best buy, around 14 bucks, $15. Now it already doubled in price, $26. And yes, it will get back up to $50, and it'll probably be $100 by the end of the year. So is it a good buy? Definitely. Chainlink is always, they're partnering up all the time. They just partner up with a weather satellite thing for better mapping and stuff like that to bring into the chain, the blockchain. So these guys are always adding more stuff. So definitely it's a good company. It might come down to 24 bucks, maybe. I wouldn't risk it if you already know that you like it, because it will shoot up to 35. Before you blink, it's gone. So all these coins are really good to get into. If you're asking, is it going to come back down a little bit? Maybe. But if you look at the it's just rest 1 goes up, rest 1 2 goes up, rest goes up, rest goes up. It's just sneaking up on you. It just keeps going up. These guys are all going up. All right, Link. We got Mana for Decentraland. Mana, I've always been on the fence on this one. It's like, I'm always wondering if it ever going to make it to $1, because man, the game itself is doing great, but I'm kind of wondering if the value of Mana will ever go past $1. Even though, yes, we see $1.63, but it seems like it's a coin that is designed to stay cheap for some reason. I would say probably, I'm sure it'll hit $1. It's still going up, it's still growing. The Decentraland's still growing. So as for the price of Mana itself, I don't know if it's going to be a fast growing one, or it's going to surprise us and it becomes $5, all of a sudden out of nowhere. I just don't have just for some reason, it seems like it's a coin that is designed to stay within $1 range. But if you ask if it's a good time to get in, yeah, definitely you can get into it, because it's definitely going to go up to $1. So you get at least a 20-cent run out of that one, and then see if it can break $1. All right, not much more on that one. But inside Decentraland, they're doing so many things. Coca-Cola is just now adding something to it as well. So Decentraland itself, they are doing great big things. They're building malls, they're building casinos, they're hiring people for real to really work in there, and you get paid to work inside these things. So they're definitely growing, and more people are finding out about it. All right, next, MATIC, Polygon. Polygon is that second layer solution for Ethereum. So to keep all those fees cheaper and lower, they definitely you just use a second layer to do all your transactions, and then have the business on the Ethereum. But man, such an extra step to do these things. So Polygon is helping them, and also even the Decentraland's using Polygon as well to keep the transactions cheaper, because people were just getting discouraged of doing anything inside the Decentraland with the fees being so high with Ethereum. This sucker was down there, 69 cents. And yeah, it's been taken off. It might come down and rest a little bit, $1.30, but that's just like 10 cents. But this thing is going to continue to run. It will probably hit $2 here pretty soon. All of them are running in the right direction right now. They're just taking a little pause. It just has to break that $1.60 line. If it can break above the 160, it will find support and it can run to the 240. Anyone? Nope, that's it for that one. Solana. Solana is doing, man. Solana is flying. It went down from $23 and it's already at 47. It's already moving today again. It just needs to break the 47 line. If it breaks that, which I don't see them having any problem because more people are finding out about it and more people are buying it. I think even deeper pockets are buying as well. If it breaks the 47, it'll run to $55 really fast. So if you're wondering if it's a good time to buy, yes, because they're all going up no matter what. If you're waiting for it to come down and you're trying to save that extra $5 to see if you can get in, you might miss the boat when it keeps running up. In a normal stock market, I would say wait for it to come back down to the $35 range before you put money into it. But if you see that this thing breaks the 47, it gets above that and it starts like dancing in the $50 range, yeah, the boat's already been missed. I think it's going to keep running. Then you need to wait for another dip or just get in knowing that it's going to run to 55. But that's something that you have to decide based on, your threshold. If you buy at 47 and it does take a dump to 38, I would buy more. But it's up to you if you can handle that and just don't sell it, because it will go to 58 and it will go past that, because this is another platform like Ethereum, it's another platform like Cardano. So it's definitely has a lot of growth in the future. So it's a solid investment. All right, Theta. Theta is bringing all the streaming videos, all this kind of sports kind and poker, and UFC now jumped in there as well with them, and then going to be doing NASA, any type of streaming video stuff that is coming from these guys. These guys are taking over the future pretty much on streaming, and where it's faster and smoother. You don't have any delays. They keep giving them contracts, so they're doing really good. So it did drop all the way down from $4. They were at 15 bucks. They're at $4. That was a great buy. Then now it's around $7. It's kind of, I'm not sure what it's waiting for, because it's got a lot of favor towards it, but I think it's going to be one of those things like Monday or Tuesday, out of nowhere, just going to shoot up to $8, because it's being held back, but I'm not sure why. And because it's not like they're not getting anywhere, because even on their Theta drops, they have a lot of interest. People are buying Thetas and stuff like that. Theta NFTs, that's what I meant to say, sorry. So I'm not sure why it's still sitting there, but yeah, this thing is going to go up, definitely. Has to break that $8.60 range to run to 13 area. All these are great buys. I wouldn't even be talking about them if they were crappy. That's why you don't see me talk about Dogecoin. Oh, all right. And if you do like Dogecoin, I apologize. More power to you if you make money with it. All right, so these guys, VeChain. Yeah, VeChain, I was getting them when they were like down here. I was getting them when they were down here. They are definitely moving up. They do things differently. They don't do proof of stake or proof of work. They call the proof of they have a different name for it right now. I can't remember offhand. Where authority, proof of authority is called, where it's completely different. So as more companies start joining, like you have Walmart and BMW, and and I know they do a lot of things for the Chinese government and stuff like that. These coins, it becomes more valuable, and I'm not sure why Coinbase and Kraken and those guys are not listing this coin yet. I don't know if it has anything to do because it's a Chinese coin, but I don't know. I seen them put worse coins on that thing that they shouldn't have. But yeah, they let them go through, and this is a solid company. Even though it is a Chinese company, it's all about really great work. Everything that they're doing is solid, and it really is very helpful to a lot of these companies. So it's a good, it's a solid business for what they're doing. But I'll put a link up here so you guys can see what they do. And for these guys, all they gotta do is just break the 14 cent run. Once they get around past the 14 cents, which I don't see them even having any issues because they've been kind of creeping up slowly. They might even just walk past the 14 cents like it's not even there. So I would say this thing should be up to 25 cents by the end of the year, depending on if what else is coming out on the news or with them. All right, and that things, I got all of them for you guys. I try to keep everything this video short so that way it doesn't take forever. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll link any articles, which I don't have any at the bottom, but I always do for you guys so you guys can find where I'm coming up with the information. And I'll see you guys in the train room.